Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of PCs and EVs. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Gamdias Athena M6 case. It's a case that was kindly sent over by the people over at Gamdias for us to take a look at. It's got a rear 120mm Airgb fan and 3 front Airgb 120mm fans, as well as a very airflow-oriented front panel, which, if you know me, I love airflow. I would much rather have a mesh airflow front panel than literally anything else with the system. In addition to that, one of the neat features that we'll have to take a look at how well it works is going to be the RGB underglow on this computer. It does have a built-in RGB hub, and all the fans do appear to be proprietary plugs on there, which is rather unfortunate, but hey, at the roughly $80 price point where I think this is going to end up sitting, it seems like a pretty decent option depending on how the building experience goes. Now, as far as specs that we were going to be putting in here, I initially was going to be going with an i7-11700K on this Z590 Tough motherboard. Obviously with 16 gigs of RAM and a 1TB NVMe SSD. However, a client did just get back to me that they're ready to move forward with a build we'd quoted out. So we're going to be putting in a Z690 Tough Wi-Fi D4 with an Intel 12600K, 16 gigs of RAM, DDR4 that is in this instance, and a 1TB NVMe. We are also going to be attempting to fit the Corsair A500 cooler in here. That is a cooler that is one of the tallest ones I've ever worked with. It has about 168, 169 millimeters of height. This case allegedly supports a 180 millimeter cooler for the CPU, which, if true, is a massive improvement over a lot of the cases at this general price range usually. Those tend to max out at 160 to 165 in my experience. In addition to that, we're just going to be putting it with a 750 watt power supply and an EVGA RTX 3060 Ti. After that nice little time lapse getting the motherboard bundle assembled, I think we're going to do another one for the building in the case itself. After the end of that time lapse, I think I'm going to go and give you some of my thoughts on the case itself and whether I'd recommend it. All right, just powered the build up, and man, I gotta say it looks really great. Building experience was pretty good. The proprietary cables do leave a bit of extra bulk in the rear panel, and there's not a ton of room back there, but I was able to cable manage it successfully and get the rear panel on with no issues. Man, I really love that underglow on this PC. It looks so good. It's on the front, the side, and it's under the entire build. Obviously, it's addressable, so if I hit the LED button, which is right here, it does what's going on in the case, which is quite cool as well. There seems to be many a mode. Yeah, actually, there's a ton of different modes for this. Wow, there are quite a lot of modes. How many modes do you need, Gamdias? There we go. Finally, we're back around. Yeah, I mean, it fits our Corsair A500 cooler in there with a decent amount of room to spare. I will say that there is not a lot of room for a GPU in this. It does only support up to 300 millimeter length cards. So that'd be the only concern and something that I'd watch out for if I were purchasing this case. To be used in a build, obviously. I'd just make sure that your graphics card's going to fit in the case itself. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty great case at that roughly $80 price point, which has been indicated to me by Gamdias. Would I buy it over something like the Montech Air 1000 Premium? Yeah, I probably would, considering Amazon pricing right now on that case is about $100. I'd save the $20 and go with this, as long as my graphics card's going to fit in it. Compared to the Air 100 Premium from Montech, which I've also used pretty extensively, this one is a ATX case compared to micro ATX, so it definitely just has completely different compatibility with like motherboards and stuff. But yeah, as always, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the case down below in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And then, yeah, I'll probably be posting a couple more PC builds here in the near future. As with everything in December, it's getting closer to the holiday season, so hope everyone has a happy holiday season. Bye-bye.